Hello, it's Anna again. I did film this video like a couple of weeks ago, but for some reason, videos that I've done that are like 10 to 15 minutes long are like nearly a gigabyte, which is a big file size, and I've tried different software and stuff to reduce the file size. I've tried compressing it and stuff like that, and it just won't. Which is really annoying because I was waiting days for videos to upload to OneDrive because my laptop doesn't recognise my phone, so I can't transfer the files over that way. So yeah, like, I am taking the piss with videos a bit, I'm sorry, but I have actually been doing them. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll have probably seen my rants about all that. So yeah, it is what it is. So today I'm going to talk about the autism community and things that I've noticed recently that have been bothering me a bit. Now, I feel personally like the autism community is really positive usually and really supportive, and I keep seeing the same people comment on other people's videos and having that dialogue and talking about the problems and what they're struggling with and stuff like that, and especially like on Twitter and stuff like that as well, and Instagram. It does seem to be a very inclusive kind of positive thing, but I've seen recently comments from other autistic people on autism advocates videos and social media and stuff, and yeah, it is bothering me, I'm not gonna lie, and I just want to talk about it and hopefully encourage those people to be a bit more positive and have a bit more of an open mind, I guess. And at first, when I see these kind of comments, which I'll get into what the comments actually are in a minute, I was quite annoyed because it was like, how, why would you go on somebody's YouTube video or Instagram or whatever and just be like, you don't know that person, and this person's trying to raise awareness and be a positive advocate and help people, and you're just there trying to disprove everything and debunk what they're saying, and it's like, what? We should be supporting each other, not putting each other down. And I will say this again, and I'll probably keep saying it, so sorry, but it's not everybody in the community, it's just the odd people. But it seems to be a bit of a problem at the moment, and I know that it's upset a few people in the community that make content and stuff about autism. So basically what I've seen, and I mean, I get it, but I'm not really bothered about it because I've been getting it for however long I've been on YouTube, so like 5 years. I know my diagnosis, I know who I am, and I don't have any doubt about whether I might not be autistic or not. I know, and everybody that knows me knows as well. So it don't bother me, but it's the same things over and over again. You are not autistic. You are lying to get attention. You can't be autistic because you've got bleached blonde hair and wear makeup. That wasn't aimed at me, obviously. That was aimed at somebody else that I admire a lot, actually, because there's not many people on the spectrum that look like me and her, so it's good to have that kind of, relatability, if that's a word. And I mean, some of it's really nasty and it's very aggressive, and I did think afterwards, maybe it's because that person who's saying this stuff to the other person is autistic and they just can't see past their experience and their understanding of it, which you know, I'm guilty of that. You know, I do have a lot of empathy and compassion for people, but sometimes I do find it difficult to see things from other people's shoes, if you know what I mean. So I thought, you know, give them the benefit of the doubt. And then I thought, actually, no, you know, people shouldn't be putting other people in the community down like that. You know, I wouldn't even dream of going on somebody's social media or whatever and being like, you haven't got autism. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? I don't know that person personally. I didn't know them when they were growing up. I don't know them when they're not making videos, not posting stuff on Instagram and that. I mean, like me, I only put out what I want people to see. I don't want people seeing my meltdowns and stuff like that, because I'm telling you now, I can kick off. You know, I think people would be a bit concerned, even though now I've kind of got that under control again. You know, there's things that you don't share with people. And like today, I've done my makeup and stuff like that, and we're in a bit of a early 90s vibe. I don't look like this all the time. Most of the time, I've got my scruffy gym stuff on, or if I'm at work, I've got my hair screwed up, no makeup on, a hoodie on, and leggings. I look like a right tramp. But, you know, it's when I can be arsed. So when people are stuff, and it's mainly aimed at women as well, women that look a certain way, i.e. women that don't fit the stereotypes. And I'm just like, why does how somebody look disprove the fact that they have autism? It doesn't. Autism is in your brain. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder. I wouldn't call it disorder, but that's what legally it's called. You know, it doesn't affect anything physical about a person, apart from if they've got a comorbid condition or something like that. You know, but autism itself is in the brain. Unless you have X-ray vision and can see into somebody's brain when you're watching a YouTube video of them talking about autism, and you can see very clearly that that is not the brain of an autistic person, then it's just silly. So, yeah, a bit of a rant, sorry. But I do feel very strongly about this, because I know what it feels like. And when people started saying stuff like that to me, at first I was a bit like, well, that's a bit fucking shit, isn't it? Like, you know, a bit upset, and I was doubting myself as well. And, you know, we have so many struggles and shit that we have to deal with in society, in the outside world, you know, from neurotypicals, or, you know, from just the outside in general. It isn't very autism friendly, and there's not a lot of help out there. I think we can all agree on that one. Having autism services and stuff like that, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. So, you know, when you've not got much support and there's not really anybody to help you with stuff, the last thing you need is to have somebody, you know, from the other side of the world that lives in the mum and dad's cellar or something, say, you can't be autistic because you don't look autistic, you're not autistic enough. You know, it's madness, honestly. So, yeah, just a bit of a plea, really. Look after each other. Be a positive influence on each other. Build each other up. Listen to each other. Believe each other. Because, as well, the amount of times that neurotypicals have said, well, you can't be autistic because, you know, you look like the way you look, and, you know, this, that and the other. And I'm just like, I'm masking to fuck. You know, it's been 2 hours and I'm already knackered. But I'm such a good actress because it's been hammered into me from a young age that I have to be normal, and I have to, you know, act normal and behave normal and have normal body language, and, you know, I'm just fucking winging it. You know, but people don't believe you because you put on such a good act. And then you're just like, fuck's sake. you know, can't do right from wrong, but it shouldn't be like that with autistic people, with other autistic people, sorry. We should all be here to look out for one another, and, you know, the bare minimum is to just accept what somebody is saying is true. Why would somebody make up that they're autistic for fame or whatever? Like, you know, there's plenty of ways to become famous. I don't think pretending to be autistic is one of them. You know, like, I personally can't get my head around that concept. Like, I've had somebody say that to me once. That I was actually recently as well, and I just looked at it and I just laughed because I thought, what are you going on about? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, going back to the actual point again, I want to see less of these comments and more building each other up. You know, less of the judgment, because, I mean, in my personal experience, my everything that I've gone through, and, you know, the performances I've had in front of people, i.e. meltdowns and screaming and shouting and, you know, all the rest of it, all the embarrassments that I've had, all the times when I've been really depressed and on my arse and telling people that I don't want to be here anymore, and, you know, because of all that, it's made me quite literally a non-judgmental person. I don't look at somebody and go, oh, you know, I always give people the benefit of the doubt, which is probably a blessing and a curse. But, you know, you can't look at somebody and decide if, you know, whatever it is that you're deciding, you need to listen to somebody. You need to speak to that person. Because if you don't listen, and if you don't speak to people, and if you don't have, if you're just judging people and making assumptions all the time, it's not going to get you anywhere. And it's just going to make other people feel like crap. So, yeah, like, I think I've said everything I was going to say. It was 2 weeks since I did the first version of this video. So that's the gist of it, you know. Be nice to everybody. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.